then don't they come again. Mental slavery motion, we not go green again. I beg packages Naija, Baba we good result. Nigeria people good and then they push us to the wall. Security Oyo, hospitality Oyo. Mama Africa no food.
Okay, no time because I'm rationing power, and as you can hear, the power cord I'm using is actually making noise to my microphone, and the reason is simple. It's because there's no electricity. What I'm using as temporary power support is noisy, it's causing noise. So let me make it fast. Now, the meaning of nobody came for Sharia has finally been revealed. I didn't want to say this before, but now that the DSS has reviewed it by itself, I think it's okay to just help them analyze what they mean. Now you can see what happened today at the protest. Yes, somebody revealed that they offered them money to flout or to boycott or to foil the protest and abandon Sowore and let him suffer, so that they can come out again and say, oh, you can see that even though they called protest, nobody came out. Now they are using both the appeal method, stick and carrot. They look at who are those coming out to support this person or this fellow. They advance money to some people that they know that they can appeal to, and they also try to intimidate others. That's the divide and this tactic now. So it's similar to when they said nobody came for Sowore. The meaning is now very simple for everybody to understand. Nobody came for Sowore simply means that, yeah, no money back came. The people we expect to come did not come, and those that wanted to come, we told them not to stick their neck. We want to deal with the guy, so stay off. That's what they told people that wanted to come. And let me also review that even despite that, there were still many people that stood. They turned many people back during the time they were giving shorty or bail conditions to Sowore at the court. And the judiciary is also being intimidated as we speak right now, and that's also not news, and we expect that the judiciary will stand up for itself, because it's not in our own place to stand up for the judiciary, even though we have to also nudge them to wake up to their task. Now the judiciary is being intimidated so seriously, and how do I mean? Now they will be the ones to go to the court and tell the court, this is what we want to do, just give us what we want. So it takes a smart lawyer to understand that, oh, this judge has also been intimidated. And otherwise, I don't expect any other court to entertain whatever they are bringing in next or again. If this DSS believes so much in the courts to ratify whatever decisions they want to make, why therefore go ahead and disobey court orders? If you truly want to obey court, that you are taking somebody to go and try him. You tried him in the first place, they give you the order, but upon expiration of that, they say, okay, in order to breach fundamental human right, release him. You disobeyed that. You went back again to try him before another court, disobeying the first one after you already obeyed the one that favored you. You now went to try him arraign him before another court. That one also granted you for the first few periods, and again came back to say, no, it's not normal to do this. Now, when the court also said that they were surprised that nobody came up or stood for Sowore, you now understand, because that tune was what the DSS asked the court to say. Yeah. When that judge, Justice Ojukwu, said they expected that she was surprised that nobody came up for Sowore, what they meant was what the DSS meant. Alright? While you are scaring people away to say, you want to stand for him, we'll deal with you. You discourage people from coming forth. You now came back to tell the court that nobody came for him more. Say that. Now, after the judge now exhausted all of that and said, no, let me now do the judiciary work. I've done what you want me to do. Let me now do the judiciary work. Let me remove that thing. It's insane to ask somebody who did not steal money to be looking for 50 million naira and short steals in Abuja and all that. All of those conditions we all know are insane. But even then, some people still came out to stand for him. Now the court has granted him bail. The bail conditions have been met. The DSS now came back again to say, we would have released him, but nobody came for him. Really? Who submitted him to you? Sowore has now become secondary school kid. Who submitted him to you that you want to release him to? Okay, fine. People now said, if that is your excuse, that means we have an appointment with you. We are coming to your facility to receive Sowore. So they now came to the facility to receive Sowore. You now started using gun to threaten them. Plus, those that you can identify among them that appear like, yeah, some names. You give them money to ask them to back off at gunpoint. Now, let us not really go into some of these things too much, but I ask you a question. Why do you think Alex Bade was killed? That general. You can Google it too. Alex Bade was killed at gunpoint. Yeah. So Deji merely played wise by saying, okay, at gunpoint, alright, I accept, give me. Chibi is to back off. Simple thing. He then still went ahead to join the protest. It was under similar circumstances that Alex Bade was killed. Ladies and gentlemen, let me not speak too much. I'll be right back shortly now. Okay?
They want to kill journalists. They want to.
Alright, thank you for staying tuned. So that was it. You see, so those are the issues we face in this country. Now, so when the DSS came out and was saying all sort of things, okay, fine. Let us even assume that DG Adeyoju's story sounds a little controversial, because who would have come out with that kind of courage in front of DSS office to be saying, this is what they gave me, oh, but I'm still going to protest. Let us even say that one is case A of trying to woo people off Sowore support, so that the thing would look like Sowore had no supporters. Shebi, that was what they wanted to achieve. Let us assume that is what they wanted to achieve with that one, and it appears a little controversial. How about the one you saw in that video I just played? Shooting people who came. Shooting at people who came. To achieve what? These people are not carrying guns. And I've said it over times already, that we have reached a point. We have reached a point. I think we are not streaming on Facebook. I don't know what happened to Facebook tonight. Are Facebook people there? I don't think we are on Facebook. So I think we have reached a point where it's not only crazy and also funny. It is also that, I've said it before that Sowore is the last person that will be protesting with placards in this country, because this country has reached a tipping point, and Buhari and his goons continue to push people to that tipping point. We have reached that stage where people no longer come with placards to protest. And I've said it before. It's a prophecy of some sort. We will no longer get to the stage where we'll be using placards to protest. Who wants to do that bullshit? We'll get to the stage where the next set of protesters will understand that these people don't respect placard. They respect those that want to face them. Yeah, they will confront you with gun if you are coming with placard, but they will respect you, give you salute and kudos, and hand you over to God if you confront them with what they are carrying. Yeah, because Nigerian security agencies are afraid. That's the truth. They are afraid. They only have courage when they see that they have weapon and you are coming without harm. That's the only time they have courage. As a result, you would see what they did in the case of Boko Haram. When Boko Haram started overrunning their their barracks and taking over them. You saw what they did. What they did was to say, we hand you over to God. The weapon of our warfare is not carnal. They also say, I hand you over to God. So Buhari and the APC goons are teaching future protesters not to come with placards. You are teaching them to come with guns so that you hand them over to God. You surrender and hand them over to God. That's what you are teaching them. And you will get result of whatever you are doing. Now, they also noticed that people are being mobilized through social media. So they decided to go and, hurriedly pass hate speech bill at the Senate. And it's very funny, It's funny because it's to get at them too. I remember some senators of the past now. They are still a little politically relevant, but not too much again because they are no longer in power. They are now coming out to be abusing the government. Yeah. The moment you are feeling like you are the person in position today, right? Whether you are a rubber stamp senator or the Senate president or whatever you are, any rep or lawmaker, whatever you are the rubber stamp today. But guess what? The moment they strip you of power, you'll be the one to be coming out to be attacking them. And if you attack them, the law you made will be used against you. The law you are rubber stamping now is what they will use to catch you. So they are simply saying, once we strip you of power, don't talk. Just go to bed. Because it looks like it was just like 1 minute that Saraki spent as Senate president. It looked like just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. It didn't last. Guess what? Somebody stayed there for long. David Mark. But it's of the past now and he cannot talk again. He can't talk again. He cannot talk again. Guess what? Saraki came in. And as he came in, it did not also last. Very funny, right? It didn't also last. Because it looked like it doesn't last after all. Jonathan came in too. It felt like he was the General Supremo. He did not know he would soon leave. 8 years is just like 8 days. He will soon leave. Obasanjo was also there, acting like everything. But now he has joined the whalers, right? So if you are using you as rubber stamp senator today and you are happy, guess what? Or you are the DSS today. Ask Al Mustafa, I was there before. They will use you. But guess what? At the end of the day, it will now look like yesterday. You are of yesterday in case you don't know. So continue doing what you like. Now something happened in Lagos. The same protests that took place in Abuja also happened in Lagos. And then we uploaded that a little late. But let's just see a little of it and I'll be right back now.
When you talk of revolution, Buhari and APC were the first people to start revolution in Nigeria because they brought in change the revolution talks. But when Sowore came in, Buhari brought the revolution now, and we believe in him. And what all we are saying is that the government should obey the court order.
Our president has tuned deaf to listen to the masses, to listen to the people, to listen to the great Nigerian people that are suffering. He's just disobeying court orders. He's a man that doesn't listen to anything. The country is getting spoiled by the day. Buhari is traveling out of the country to seek for medical attention, to seek for medical treatment. Let him repair our country. Let him build our country. Let them obey court order. DSS, we are not afraid of you. We want you to free Sowore, free Mandate, free Bakare, free all the political activists, free them all, free Agbajalingo.
President Muhammadu Buhari has vandalized our judiciary. President Muhammadu Buhari has vandalized our democracy. And you need to remember, we took this democracy from. This democracy was fought with blood. This democracy was fought with tears. But today, 5 days running, after a court of competent jurisdiction, Power Justice Ijoma Ojukwu has delivered an order that Omoyele Sowore and Olawale Bakare Mandate should be released. Till as we speak, Department of State Services has buried our democracy. Department of State Services has destroyed everything that remains of our democracy. But let us surprise you. This morning we came peacefully to receive Omoyele Sowore. 4 days ago, the Department of State Services said it is ready to comply with court order, but it has not yet seen anyone to receive Omoyele Sowore. But today we have come here peacefully to receive our person.
The court has given 2 orders. The first one, a release order that for Sowore and Mandate should be released, and was brutally violated by the state, by the DSS. And same thing happened again when this person, the judge Ojukwu, when she gave another bail order which has been met. Although she gave a very stringent bail order conditions that appears more like a ransom, a kidnap ransom. But the bail conditions were met, and the state DSS and Buhari's regime refused to release all these persons. This is a show of tyranny. It's taking us back to the 70s, to the 80s under the military junta, which we fought with our blood and sweat to bring forth democracy.
So what is the consequences of violation of court order? Consequence number 1, the officers and the general of DSS, they stand jail.
No, don't say too much about that. Don't scare them. This is not afraid. They have Buhari's protection. Don't go too much into that. Anyways, so that's just a brief for the summary. Now, while the actions are going on legally too, the political aspect of it is also going on, which is to see how they could boycott, they could protest at the DSS. But I would also wish to see, protest at the judiciary. Like, we know that they are now looking for other excuse to continue to hold him, to say, oh, they are still trying him for another thing, and that matter is also coming up before another judge. So because they are still holding him before another judge, they want to still have the judge give them the right to hold him further, while they are trying him for other trumped charges again. Very funny. All right, now, if the judiciary wants to remain relevant, because for me, the lawyers, the bar association, the lawyers and all of them will continue to remain irrelevant, because we are looking at this. You guys have to save your institution or your department, because at the end of the day, whatever mess they make of the Nigerian army, whatever the politicians make of the navy, whatever mess they make of the judiciary, by the time they are gone, your institutions will be gone with them. So it is very important that you save your institutions by not letting them drag you in the mud. I don't see why any other judge should entertain this matter again. if the DSS refuses to obey existing court orders. Otherwise, this country has gone not only to the dogs,